the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Bills. Pretty good breakdown. And, of course, the Bears play the Bills tomorrow, and the starters will play a little bit in the first quarter. So good reason to watch tomorrow from both sides, from both angles.
Absolutely. This is the first taste you're going to get of Caleb Williams.
This is Caleb's first taste of the NFL.
Right. And let me tell you, it's probably going to be a little bumpy.
Well, training camp's been a little bumpy,
but it's probably going to be a little bit bumpy.
I would expect that.
So the same patience you had for the other rookie quarterbacks, you're going to need to have with Caleb Williams. Okay, and the learning curve is going to be great. You know what I'm saying? I go from what he is now to what he is at the beginning of the year to what he is at the end of the year. He'll be like two different quarterbacks.
What do you want to see tomorrow, Yerk? Is there anything that you can even glean from a quarter's worth of football?
This is all I can do. It's the simplest thing I can do. He has a command of running the offense. Even though it's going to be a simple version of the offense. They get the call. They get out of the huddle. Enough time to see what's happening defensively. If he's got to get out, he gets out. If he doesn't have to get out, they run the play. No illegal motion. No false starts. No him backing up out of the center position with no football in his hand. That kind of thing. I want to see him get back, read and react, and make the throw that's necessary. If it's got to be on a laser beam out to a 17, come back to 14. If it's down the seam, I want him to put a little bit of air under it. If it calls for air, if it doesn't call for air, I want him to put a pinpoint accuracy. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for him to be able to transition quickly, get a pre-snap read, maybe have an idea where he's going to head with the football before he even, takes the snap. And then if it's there, go ahead and fire and make things happen for you. I want clean handoffs, and I want clean center quarterback exchange. So it's all got to be clean. It's going to be 15 to 17 plays. It's all got to be clean. That's all I want. It's not a lot.
No, it's not a lot.
Just got to be clean. That's all.
Training camp's been uneven, to say the least. It sounds like we weren't there yesterday to see practice. I thought things were okay on Wednesday. Tuesday, impossible to tell. They didn't have pads on. It's senseless to try to really glean anything from that. I thought Wednesday's practice was okay. Yesterday sounded like a rough one. It sounded like a rough one for the offense anyway.
It happens. It happens. There's going to be rough days. And then you've got to look at film. You got to watch, and you got to adjust. You got to learn from the mistakes that you made, and you got to move forward. So
we're going to get a heavy dose of Caleb's first game on Hard Knocks next week. That's going to be a big story, a big focal point of Hard Knocks.
I'm sure.
Now that he's going to be getting real NFL snaps, preseason or not, these will be his first real NFL snaps against a different team. Of course, we've got the game tomorrow. It's a 10 o'clock pregame. Noon is the kick. Peggy and Jurko have the network postgame show right after. So we got the full shebang here on your home for Bears football.
But as important, everybody's going to be focusing on Caleb, but DeMarcus Walker coming off the left side. You've got to see something come off the left side.
Got to.
Somebody needs to provide the pressure. And so that's what you'll be looking for, too. And then the development of your two defensive tackles in the middle. Who are they going to go with? Is it going to be Dexter and Pickens or Dexter and my guy Billingsley?
Well, I think he's atop the depth chart.
I know they're trying to push Pickens, and they're trying to give him some experience with the number ones, but he plateaued last year.
Yeah.
He came out of the box, looked good, and then it was a flat line the rest of the year.
Yeah.
He needs to take another step. He needs to operate in the precipice of disaster.
Right.
When you're a defensive tackle, you've got to gamble a little bit, and you got to operate in the gray area. Can't just operate in the one area, straight line, boom, boom, boom. It doesn't work that way. You got to have a couple of moves in there where you can unsettle the offensive lineman that's in front of you, even on runs.
Yeah.
Even on the run play. Closest distance between 2 points is an unencumbered straight line. Unencumbered straight line.
Unencumbered.
Because when you've got a guy in front of you, that straight line's not so straight anymore. Can I make a guy miss? Can I get back to where I need to be? And can I make a play? Sometimes that's the way you have to think as a defensive tackle. You can't just take a battering ram to the offensive lineman all the time. At some point, you need to make life easier for yourself.
And it's Andrew Billings, right?
No, it's my guy Billingsley.
Sometimes Jurko I start to trick myself. And I'm like, wait, am I wrong or is he wrong?
No, it's Billings.
It's Billings.
But I gave him the extra LY.
Yeah, and the most famous, what should I call it? I don't want to say incident. The most famous example of this is when I accidentally called Crane Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny to his face. It was a little embarrassing because Jurko for so long called him Kenny Crane.
Yeah, Chicago Cubs bigwig.
Yes. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Chicago Cubs bigwig.
But his name's Crane Kenny.
Right.
But Jurko for years on the air would call him
I used to call him Kenny Comma Crane.
Kenny.
Kenny Comma Crane. Okay, then you put the comma in there, and then it's legitimized,
And
right?
so we were around him. I don't remember.
And
at
then
an
it was
event,
opposite. Remember,
and I said
yeah, you
Kenny,
did.
and
You
I
made
was
a
like,
mistake.
damn.
But also
I'm
Boston
like,
Legal.
Jurko?
Remember Boston Legal? They had Denny Crane.
I didn't watch
Boston Legal was a TV show. Denny Crane was the guy. We all know him as
William
an actor.
Shatner. Was that who it
Not
was?
William Shatner.
Okay, because I knew he was on that show.
Yeah, William Shatner was the lead
Okay.
lawyer,
my bad.
but the second lawyer was
I
a
don't
guy. He's been in a million movies.
Okay.
He's been in a million movies. I promise you. But he's the guy that played Denny Crane. So I instead of Kenny Comma Crane,
that's where you got
I
it?
went to Kenny Crane
Kenny
because
Crane.
it's just rhymed with Denny Crane.
And I called Crane Kenny once Kenny to
Yeah.
his face. It was
happens.
quite embarrassing. And then I blamed Jurko. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, I'll take the fault. I'll take that. If I saw Kenny Crane today, I'd call him Kenny Crane. I'd throw the comma in there because I wouldn't want to be disrespectful. Kenny Comma Crane.
Anyway, no.
I think that'd be a great middle name.
Comma?
Comma. Kenny Comma Crane.
John,
Oh, yeah.
Comma,
Or Karma Chameleon.
John Comma Jurkovic.
Boy George. Did you see Boy George's outfit yesterday when we were at the casino?
I did not.
They had all the outfits out front when you walk by of all, some famous people and the outfits they wore in specific concerts.
Mm-hmm.
So they had them up front. You didn't see that,
I did
huh?
not see
I
that.
took a little time to get
Did you?
in touch with our casino in Northern Indiana.
I thought
the
you
Hard
left
Rock.
to go play golf.
I did, but as I was walking in,
Oh, yeah?
because you were there a little bit earlier than I was,
Oh.
I walked by the front and I looked at some of the stuff, the memorabilia.
They've got cool
they got.
memorabilia. They do.
got great memorabilia.
They do
there.
have that. Don't forget, we're right back at Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana, in just a few short weeks. It's going to be Sunday, August 25th. The whole station will be there. All the shows, all the personalities, the entire Bears Radio Network,
William Shatner,
including
will be
Lance
there.
Briggs.
William Shatner will be
I
there.
doubt William Shatner will be there. Adam Schefter will be there, though. That's for damn sure.
Adam Schefter.
Same, almost the same person. William Shatner, Adam Schefter. They're pretty much the same. So buy your tickets
that beer
now.
is flavorful.
Well, with 93 Octane. Buy your tickets now at Hard Rock Casino, NorthernIndiana.com or at Ticketmaster.
That's the way to finish it off, Carl.
Yeah, listen, we have we're here at the tap room at 93 Octane. All right, so everything from the brewery is available.
Yep.
Be on the lookout soon for a little Carmen and Jurko collab. We
How
don't know
about
much
that?
about beer, but Alex is going to hook us up. Their brewmaster.
50, 30, 20.
Yeah, we're doing our
50,
own.
30, 20, Carm.
That's the hop breakdown.
That's the breakdown for the hops.
3 different specific
Yep.
varietals
50,
of hops.
50, 30, 20.
We got our own little IPA coming.
That's right.
That 93 Octane is going to be brewing. More importantly, for today, we have our Blue Run pick that is available for the first time.
It's a nice bottle.
It's a beautiful bottle.
That's a good-looking bottle,
I
man.
think we got about 160 bottles out of this barrel. That is it. Once they're gone, they're gone. You'll never have this again. This
Carmen
is our
Jurko with
single barrel.
pride. All my buddies listening, if you want a bottle, I'll pick you one up. But you've got to text me, all right, guys?
Yeah.
If you want a bottle of this, you got to text me, and I'm going to charge you double, okay? Thank you. Wear and tear on the vehicle, right? Wear and tear on the vehicle. You get to give yours back. Nah? Mine's mine.
I like to lease, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
wear
buy.
and-
I don't
wear and
buy.
tear.
I like
Hold
to
on.
lease. Listen,
Carmen,
do what you want, but I
I got-
like to lease.
I got fingerprints all over this bottle. I am going to put a chamois on this thing if you don't mind.
Did you try?
My, is this comfortable? Oh, man. Oh, there's children here. Is that what you were about to say?
Women and children.
Well, I'm not going to say anything, but ladies, there we go. There, that bottle looks fantastic, doesn't it? That looks absolutely glorious.
Did you?
I had fingerprints all over the darn thing.
Did you take a little pull of the?
Yeah, I
the
did.
Blue Run?
Hot for me this morning. Before 11:30, all of a sudden I'm putting a little bourbon to the lips. But as is usual for me, the good kid, right? After the first one, the rest are great.
Right.
The rest are great. I need to punish myself with the first one all the time. Then after I punish myself with the first one, the rest, it's like it goes in and it cauterizes everything.
Yes.
And then the rest of it is smooth as silk.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
happens here.
There you go.
It's really a beautiful
What's the note?
barrel.
What's the prevailing note,
Tons
Carm?
of caramel, like caramel apple,
Yeah.
toasted peanut. All of a sudden, I get on this.
Toasted peanut?
Yeah, like a little toasted
You
peanut.
said
note.
peanut, right?
I said peanut.
Okay.
Yeah. Not Tillman.
Thank heavens. Toasted peanut.
Caramel, maple
Yeah.
syrup. Yeah.
His
oak
massively
spice.
large penis.
No, peanuts. Peanuts. Beautiful oak
Stop
spice.
it.
Great barrel. And the price point is good because I've seen these Blue Runs sometimes
what is today's price point?
129.
129.
Yeah, which is pretty competitive because, like I said, I've
Yeah.
seen these as high as 179.
Yeah.
So it's a really wonderful price point. So yeah, come by and grab one if you want. At the very least, just come and chill and hang out and have some lunch. Food's always great here. They got Urban Counter cooking up some food for us here at the Pride Stores at 93 Octane.
It's a good-looking bottle.
We're here till 3. I want to talk to you a little bit more about the Bears offense and some of the expectations. We'll do that coming up next. Courtney Cronin with an update at 1.
Break down that Serbian game last night against the USA.
Would you like to do that at some
point? They came back, and the USA came back and won.
Yep.
The Serbian squad cold from the three-point line in the fourth quarter.
When Joker ran into the foul trouble, it got a little perilous for them, too.
After going 15 of 30, they didn't hit a three-pointer after that.
Wow, see.
Yeah, they were 15 of 30.
That's the regression that happened. You're 50% now. All of a sudden, you can't hit one.
Yeah.
But I want to talk a little bit more Bears with you coming up next. If you've got a question about the Bears for the upcoming year or just some thoughts on what you want to see tomorrow and maybe the week after from this first-team offense, let us know. 312-332-3776. It's funny, we're not asking too much from the defense. I think we all know the defense is going to be good.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit beat up right now.
Right.
But we have a lot of confidence, other than what you were talking about with DeMarcus Walker and with the Pickens and Billings thing.
Right.
I think we're confident in this defense.
Everyone besides Sweat.
Yeah.
I want to see something out. But Billingsley is the veteran. We're not worried about him, right?
Yes.
He's fine. He's going to, you know exactly what you're going to get out of that guy. It's the other two guys we're just trying to figure out.
312-332-3776 on a football Friday. It's Carmen and Jurko. We'll be right